first Baptist health person
Yes.
who knows about this stuff with this AirFrame.
Correct. I've already received multiple calls from other sites that they're planning on installing this
really?
system.
Oh, great. Well, tell me what you tell them to get started about.
The pros and cons.
Yeah, well, hopefully more pros, but you know, hey, no, nothing's perfect, right? I mean, but
I mean, the cons is as far as the construction related activities, you know, because you see the final, like our end users, they see the final product. Oh, how nice it is!
Right.
The sweat and and tears behind that, they never see it, or maybe they see it just a little portion. So, I mean, I'm gonna start with the negative. So you
whatever.
I don't know what you're looking.
I'm looking for everything. But whatever you can tell me. But first, let's start this way. I'm sorry to go back, but
because marketing is usually the pros. Right?
Absolutely. But the cons, I like to know just for my own, so I know everything there is to know. You know, and then
there are a lot of restrictions as far as ceiling space. So imagine getting a room that it was not initially designed for that system,
right?
And to make it fit and have all the other systems fit appropriately and having enough space, that's a big issue.
Okay.
So that was one of them. Then when you're installing a system like the Philips one, with all those communication cables between the control room, the equipment room, the table, the booms, that's where the most hurdles were.
Okay. Challenges. We'll call them challenges.
Yeah. But that's why I said those are more construction related, and that's what I was telling to my peers. You know, what as far as scheduling. Okay. So for example, when I first got the project, there wasn't. It did not. We didn't plan on installing the SLD. We had completed all our design documents. Mm-hmm. You know, with your typical installation of diffusers and lights and booms, and then that's when Philips contacted the end user. They showed them this product. They were excited to install it. They got down the information, presentation, and they said, install this. So I had to go back to the drawing board and make this work for the new design. Okay. Now, because of all these changes, between permitting, between all that, and production time, so I already told SLD that they're going to need to improve their production time, because the end user, they want, as soon as they decide, they want after 2 months to have everything ready. That's not possible in the healthcare.
Right. Not right.
So,
all right. So
those were the negative things as far as production and fitted in an existing environment. You know.
Tell me, and I know this was in the planning for a while, in the planning stages, including before the COVID, before the pandemic and everything. This was in the planning stages.
Yeah. The planning was pre-COVID. We started just before COVID, and then March COVID hit, and then my entire construction line went to the dump.
Well, was it unavailable? Let's say. And then what happened? Did you pick it up at a certain point in the past year?
Yeah. When they gave us the go-ahead, which was around June, because this project was placed under the essential list. Then we had, I believe, the first surgery happened in November. I think the first surgery happened in November.
Okay, first, getting to that, can you describe, or what is the official name of this suite, interventional suite? Is it, because I know there's a lot of them at Baptist Hospital Complex. Is this...
that information, you need to get it from Violin. I'm not a doctor. For me, it's a procedure room.
Okay.
A hybrid OR.
I'll ask her, John, don't worry.
Okay, you'll do that.
I can ask Violin, John. Yeah.
Okay, you'll get that, because I just found out there's like several interventional suites at the whole complex over there, and including MCVI, so I gotta know which, but, okay, so tell me what you know, Pablo, about, I mean, we're talking now to the health consumer out there they read our blog, and they may end up in a procedure in this room, in the suite, and how does it benefit? Well, tell me about the system. Is this the AirFrame system with the Indigo Clean?
Yeah.
Technology?
So as far as the patient goes, for this specific system, it has to do all about airflow, and because it helps to reduce the what's the word?
Contaminants or?
Yeah, contamination. The way the air flows above the patient and it goes away, as you can see in the visuals, that's the number one benefit as far as the patient. In addition, with the Indigo Clean system that we installed, every time, instead of them using in that room those portable machines, that you need to go and do the action, all that is automated. So as soon as you go out and the sensors do not detect nobody in the room, it turns purple. The Indigo Clean light system kicks in, and that helps additionally to clean the room from contaminants. Now, this is not official, so for now you don't take it into granted.
I know.
But probably,
go ahead.
yeah. But probably they're doing some tests now to see if it kills COVID.
Yeah, we heard.
We heard.
We heard. Yeah,
so
we're going to hold off.
That's not official.
Yeah, I know.
Exactly. I told them whenever they get the report to send it to me, because that's going to be a good information to know. As far as added benefit.
So
that's the pros as far as the patient goes.
Now the Indigo, if I may interrupt you, the Indigo Clean lighting system, disinfecting lighting system, let's call it that for now. Is that on? It's not that on. It's not on while the procedure is going on.
No. When it's empty.
When the room is empty, okay.
When it's empty. Right now, in the other procedure rooms, they have some portable devices that they put, and it does more or less the same process, but not with the effectiveness of this system. And
those may involve lights that you can't enter the room. I believe this one, if someone is in the room, it's safe. But I think that's what they said. But I mean,
no, it is safe. It is safe.
Okay.
I'm talking about how it operates.
Okay.
As soon as you see it, bright and white when you're there doing a procedure or work. When you go out, it turns purple.
Okay. Okay. And by the way, the AirFrame system. This is what you call the structure, the AirFrame system, right?
It's the whole structure. Another difference construction-wise is, for example, instead of us installing structurally the booms separately, this structure is one whole piece.
Right.
So it's a different module, but everything is connected. So we don't have to do additional structural reinforcements for each individual boom as you hang it on the ceiling.
Right. And when you say boom, you say what is that? What is that?
The boom is if you see the picture of the procedure room,
right.
All those, for example, the light boom, the equipment boom, the med gas boom, all that around the table.
Okay.
Obviously, they have integrated with Phillips and all the railings on top. So all that comes in one piece. Now, another big item that I've seen it, I have seen it in as complaints in your traditional rooms is lights. Always the doctor is going to complain about the light not being enough. And the reason is when you install a typical installation on top and you have your typical diffusers above, you need space to put your lights, okay? So that is not, what's the word again?
ideal. It's
Yeah.
not ideal.
It's not ideal. It's not symmetrical.
Right.
It's not symmetrical on your traditional. So sometimes you might have some spots where it's darker than others.
Right.
So, but with this system, because the way the lights are installed between the diffusers, that way the doctor has clear view. So
Right.
when it has a dimmer, and when you have it in full, the room is bright. And no more complaints about the light is not enough.
And no shadows and table area is well illuminated. That's what I'm
Correct.
reading
Correct.
your. Okay.
So those are the basic two selling points of this structure. Is the airflow that help the contaminants, and it's the lights.
The light.
I'm not sure if the Indigo Clean system, you can purchase it as separate, on a traditional room, just install the Indigo Clean Lime system. I'm not sure about that, but overall, yes, those are the benefits.
So we can say the AirFrame system uses the SLD technology, and is that AirFrame system is by Philips, or what SLD?
No. The SLD technology is the company.
Okay, and what is Philips' role, or do they own the AirFrame system, or I'm not even clear on that.
No. They just have done integration with their system and their railing system and all that. Because structurally wise, imagine having, you have your light fixtures above the procedure room, right?
Right.
You have your light fixtures, you have your diffusers, you have your booms, and you have all the structural components of a machine like Philips.
Right.
Like an X-ray machine and all the railings. So coordinating all those systems separately, it's always a bigger challenge rather than having one module to install it on top and have everything ready. Lights, diffusers, railings, booms. Mm-hmm. You see? So if the room was designed that it's going to expect to have that system, then it's nice. So for example, when I had because I used to work for a mechanical contractor, and I did a hybrid OR in Miami Children's Hospital, and they had a system, a traditional system, and we had to find space to run all the individual ductwork to each and every diffuser. That was always a challenge, fighting about space. Mm-hmm. With this system, the only thing that you have to worry about is one duct feeding the airframe and one electrical point of connection to connect everything else. You see that if the room was big enough, because we knew, and it was not, if it was a new construction room, no doubt that it would be a breeze. Right. But getting an existing room that the initial design had different planning of what they were trying to do, and then years passed and everything changed. That's where the only hurdle in construction came from. Okay.
But briefly, just in June, you said it started ramping up again. How long did it actually take to wrap up, from start to finish of construction? Or is it a gradual process?
Like I said, we started mobilizing on March. That's when our construction barriers came up. Then briefly after, we were stopped, maybe a couple weeks. Yeah. I think we started the demo, and then we were stopped until they figure out what they want to do as far as the situation. So we ramped up in June. Okay. And after that, we had the SLD by then. Right. The SLD production did not stop when we were stopped. So I had to delay the delivery, and whenever we were done and everything was clear, that was the first item that we installed up in the ceiling.
Okay.
And like I said, I believe I can check, but it was around November
When it
that
yeah.
it was the beneficial use of the room.
And it's been certified or whatever it needs to
What?
be. The certified, or does it have to be?
ACA inspection is one of the. In order to get certified, ACA has to approve the project at the very end, do their final inspection,
Right.
and also have all the inspections from the building department completed and having a certificate of occupancy.
And I believe
So
all.
I can check and see.
Okay, no, I think
But
we did, but I mean, yeah, please, if you see anything that we need to know.
It was already completed.
It was
already certified by
Okay,
us.
all right.
Yes, that's what Carol Melvin told me, yes.
oh, of course, yeah, or else we don't give the project to the end user. They cannot use it
Okay.
until we get it certified. Yeah.
And when you say the end user, are you speaking about MCVI?
MCVI.
Okay.
MCVI. Yeah.
And have you heard any, I hope good things from the end, from the doctors or anybody, any feedback?
We had some issues in the beginning as far as noise, but that had to do going back to our original discussion because of the space and not being able to. There were the ductwork that led to the SLD system had to be rerouted to reduce that noise.
Okay.
It has to do. It has to do with the air handling unit that serves other rooms, that drives the air inside the room, but that has nothing to do with the SLD itself.
So, okay. So the AirFrame system, it's well integrated with all these components, and I think that's the big plus in addition to the Indigo Clean light disinfecting system.
In theory, yeah. In theory, it reduces the construction cost. But between the cost of that and the reduced labor or whatever, it's pretty much a wash. Maybe it's a little bit more expensive, but it's okay.
But in terms of the advantages, in terms of integrating any future changes to the room or advanced technology added later or machinery it's all well integrated and set up for future adaptations in that suite, right? I mean, I guess you're looking ahead to...
As long as they don't want to move the booms.
Okay. As long as they...
Your question is very vague. I mean, I don't know. They might... if we have a different system, I don't know, but the structural... the structure is there. Now... How versatile it is to changes, I don't think it's very versatile.
Okay. I think I guess it integrates to the highest level now. The lighting, the airflow,
yes,
the diffuser, like you said, that's the best part of it. And obviously, if you have to make changes in the room, that's new challenges. But it's I assume the best system out there that integrates all these components that.
They do have a competitor.
Oh, they do? You mean Philips has a competitor? No way.
Not Philips. Not Philips.
Oh, I'm sorry.
SLD is a different. The AirFrame.
Oh, okay.
The AirFrame is a product of SLD.
Okay.
Philips, they just work together to integrate the railings with the X-ray machine that goes back and forth.
And it's their X-ray machines too, I believe. Philips, right?
Yes.
Okay.
The machine is Philips, yes.
So we have to say they worked along with Philips. We got to mention Philips in there somewhere. I'm guessing, Carmen, right? They worked with SLD technology in integrating with their existing X-ray machines or what have you, imaging equipment. And I'm sorry, were you going to say something else, Pablo?
No,
I'm sorry.
I'm just watching the pictures to see if I can give you an example.
Oh, you said...
Can I ask you a real quick question?
Go ahead.
Regarding, we were notified that, I don't know if it was Boca or Bethesda has this same technology up in Palm Beach. Were you part of the process of that installation as well? Or is there somebody up there that we can speak to?
No.
It was Bethesda, I think.
I believe it was Bethesda.
Yeah.
It was Christian that handled that project over there.
Is he your counterpart?
Christian
Is he like your
Yes,
counterpart
yes.
over there?
He's under Gina as well.
Okay. We'll reach out to him just to get, because we can't leave out Bethesda. I know they were. That's in an OR
It
room.
was the first.
But yeah, it's a different type of room. This is the only one that, as far as hybrid room goes, that has this airframe. Because for example, this procedure room is after the red line. It's where the stereo environment is. 4 rooms in MCVI are behind the red line. And this is one of those.
Can you please explain to me what behind the red line means, please? I'm sorry.
It's the sterile where we cannot go and walk
environment.
in.
Okay.
We have to dress up.
Okay,
A
gotcha.
funny suit to go in.
And when you call it
There's literally a red line on the floor and you can't cross.
I got it. That makes sense. And you call it a hybrid room for, why do you call it a hybrid? Is it,
Because you can open actually the patient if needed.
okay, gotcha.
But again, MCVI can explain more about the room as far as the function goes.
Yeah, I think, Carmen, we're going to need somebody like a doctor or something, radiologist.
Yes, it's basically what you said though. We can get somebody to comment, but it's going to be someone like Dr. Quesada or Dr.
Yeah.
You know, an interventional
Dr.
cardiologist.
St. John, I don't
And
know.
then maybe Dr. McGinn.
Yeah. Or,
But that's if Dr. St. John uses that room.
well,
He may.
can that be used as a cath lab, Pablo? Do you know? Do you know? Or you don't know? Okay.
Doctor.
Okay, no, I'm sorry. Also, yeah, no, I think it can be used as a cath lab, Carmen. So maybe St. John has you. I don't know. Maybe you can.
I believe so.
Okay.
But yeah, because we called it cath lab, we called it a lot of names. That's why.
Okay.
I have a feeling Dr. St. John can help us there. It'd be great. Also,
Okay.
Pablo, you're going to mention that SLD, for my knowledge, has a competitor. Do you know who it is?
Shoot, what's the name? Clean Suite, I believe it's called.
Clean Suite. Okay.
Clean Suite, and I believe is under. Let me see. Clean Suite is the system, like the same way we say SLD AirFrame. I think.
Do you say sweep as in?
Clean Suite.
Oh, suite, like SUITE.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Clean Suite,
All right,
and
I'll look it up. All right. I'm just
let me see,
curious.
I think I can find it here. They had sent me originally some
Looks like they're doing
marketing, some marketing things,
Yeah.
but
so that this airflow system, it's like downward and then away.
it's from Steris, I believe, from Steris.
Stairs. Okay.
That's Clean Suite Steris.
Got it.
That's the competition.
Right. Yeah,
But
I
I
noticed.
don't believe they have Indigo.
Right, and the airflow. I'm looking at these things. Part of what you sent, and yeah, it flows downward and then away from the people, from the patient and the doctors. I guess
Correct.
it's the airflow that helps keep everything.
Yeah, because if let's say we wanted to achieve the same result and install the diffusers above the table, then for example, you won't have lights. Your lights are going to have to be offset.
Right.
And then it goes back to the problem that doctors have
Right.
as far as lights.
So airflow, lights, and the disinfect indigo clean, and the ability to integrate the booms,
everything.
the booms and
Yeah.
everything. Okay, I think I have it.
Yeah.
I think.
I think from marketing perspective, it's more benefit for a doctor to work in that room.
Right, I know. That's why I appreciate your expertise, because that's important, because you help put it together and you help bring it all together and making sure it works. And I assume that it goes through trials, or you put it through trial.
Like every construction, you start and you hear complaints in the beginning. You know, it's different if somebody works in the room. That's when we heard about the noise.
Right.
You know.
Right.
Originally, because I went there and I said, you know, hey, and I talked to the staff. What do the doctor? I asked the same question. What do the doctors think about this? Yeah, super happy and this and that. But somebody mentioned something about the noise, but don't worry about it. That don't worry about it ended up being a problem.
Yeah, because that's important. I mean,
Correct.
like noise is one element that you have to. By the way,
I mean, the doctors want to have very noise-free environment with not that white noise from the
Right.
ductwork.
Right.
Right. So I believe we reduced that. Now the second part has to do with the air handling unit, but it has nothing to do with the room. But if you hear anything about the doctors, I would like to know.
Okay.
What do they think?
All right, we'll do. Yeah, we'll let you know. Otherwise, we're going to go ahead and try and get a doctor and maybe Christian over there at Bethesda to talk about that system up there, and then we'll try and once we put everything together, we'll send it your way. See if
according to the rep, he told me that that Baptist is the only hospital in South Florida that has a hybrid OR with indigo clean lights.
Correct.
Well, that's what's confusing. This is not an OR that you're involved with. It's a hybrid interventional suite.
It's a procedure room.
Yeah, procedure room.
It's
Yeah,
not
intervention.
an OR.
The OR is the Bethesda, I believe.
It's a Bethesda.
Okay.
Yeah.
So we have one of each, which is great. I think, but I'm not sure. Yeah, we were one of the first, but we got to clear that up. Exactly.
Yeah.
You were the first in. Thank you, Pablo. Anything else you want to ask, Carmen?
No, I think we can just have a quick chat offline, and
Okay.
and we can. Do you know Christian's last name so we can reach out to him?
Yeah. Okay, it's Christian Henriquez. So his email is going to be Christian H. CRISTIAN H at BaptistHealth.net. And his number. Actually, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to copy his signature.
Yeah, you know.
And I'm going to send it to the email that I sent you.
Yeah, the presentation. Yeah, that's great.
Okay. Shoot. And I'm going to copy him in the email.
Thank you.
Here you go.
Great. I got it. Pablo, if you see.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
I just received.
Got it. Yeah, and if you see anything else that we talked about in your work there, or anything else that we didn't talk about, please just email us. But I think we got the gist of it. And we'll be in touch. Thank you very much again.
Okay.
Appreciate it.
Thank you. Take care.
Take care.
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
Bye.
Bye-bye.